Hailey Bieber cashing in.
Imagine building a beauty empire from scratch and just 2 years later, selling it for a whopping $1 billion. That's exactly what Hailey Bieber just did. But instead of headlines celebrating her as a self-made mogul, the spotlight got hijacked by rumors. Whispers swirled that her husband, Justin Bieber, only waited to settle a $31.5 million dispute with former manager Scooter Braun after Hailey closed her historic Rhode skin deal. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. Wait, what? $1 billion skincare milestone, tied to unpaid music commissions? If your eyebrows are raised, you're not alone. Buckle up, we're diving into the truth, the tea, and the triumph behind Hailey Bieber's billion-dollar beauty win, the tangled web of Justin's business beef, and why the story is about way more than celebrity drama. You've seen the minimalist packaging. You've heard the hype about glazed donut skin, but Rhode skin wasn't just another celeb's skincare launch. It was Hailey Bieber's personal love letter to all things skin health, born from years of experimenting, learning, and, let's be honest, glowing. Hailey didn't just slap her name on a product line. She obsessed over formulations, insisted on transparency, and built a brand aesthetic so sleek you'd think Apple was designing moisturizers now. From the jump in 2022, Rhode wasn't playing. Every product drop sold out. Customers raved. Celebs followed. And influencers flooded TikTok with dewy face tutorials. Still, a $1 billion valuation? That's rare air. Rhode's wild success captured the attention of beauty giant ELF, who came knocking with an offer too good to pass up. Hailey agreed to the deal, but made one thing clear: she's not walking away. She's staying on as Chief Creative Officer, steering Rhode's next global chapter. So how did this meteoric rise spark conspiracy theories about her husband? That's where things get messy. Cue the drama. Around the time Rhode's billion-dollar deal hit the news, reports emerged that Justin Bieber had quietly settled a long-standing financial dispute with Scooter Braun, his longtime manager and early mentor. The alleged amount? $31.5 million. That's not chump change, even for a pop star. Here's where things got spicy. Some speculated that Justin didn't have the funds to settle the debt until Hailey's Rhode deal closed. It sounded juicy. Headlines practically wrote themselves. Was Hailey's skincare empire bailing out Justin's business mishaps? But before the tabloids could take it too far, Hailey's rep stepped in. In a July 17th statement to the Daily Mail, they shut it down. The historic sale of Rhode is a huge accomplishment for Hailey and is completely separate from her husband in his business affairs. Translation: Rhode is hers. Full stop. Justin's situation? That's his own lane. But if that's the case, why were people so quick to connect the dots between these two very different money stories? Could it be the age-old bias that women's wins must somehow be tied to their men? Here's a question. If a male celebrity sold a brand for $1 billion and his wife was dealing with a business issue, would anyone assume he waited for her money to clean it up? Didn't think so. This isn't just gossip. It taps into a deeper issue. When women, especially women in the public eye, achieve massive success, the narrative often shifts from "how did she do it" to "who helped her." For Hailey, it was never about piggybacking on Justin's fame. In fact, she's worked hard to separate her identity from just being Mrs. Bieber. Rhode skin is her brainchild, her hustle, her late nights, and her billion-dollar win. And yet, here we are. But maybe that's what makes this story powerful. Because instead of fueling the rumors, Hailey stayed focused. She didn't fire back with clapbacks or cryptic posts. She let her work speak for itself. And spoiler alert, it shouted. Want to know the real reason Rhode is winning? It's not just marketing. It's movement. Hailey tapped into a cultural craving for clean beauty, stripped-down routines, and products that actually do what they promise. While other brands chase trends, Rhode focused on trust. Simple, clean ingredients, number 18-step routines required, transparent messaging, they tell you exactly what's inside, aesthetic minimalism. It looks good on your shelf and your face. Customers didn't just buy Rhode products, they bought into the vibe. the identity, the community. And once they got hooked on that signature glaze, they kept coming back. Hailey didn't try to be everything to everyone. She stayed in her lane and mastered it. But behind every polished launch and perfectly shot campaign is a grind most people don't see. Let's rewind to the not-so-glamorous side of building a beauty empire. Think endless product testing, Zoom calls across time zones, late nights editing ad copy, debating the scent of a lip balm for the 5th time. Hailey faced the same growing pains any startup founder would, plus the added pressure of doing it all in the spotlight. Every decision was dissected, every launch scrutinized. And when she wasn't working, she was dodging headlines about her marriage, friendships, and more. But she stayed the course. That's what made the billion-dollar deal possible, not a quick cash injection or riding Justin's coattails. She earned it. Period. Now, about that $31.5 million. Neither Justin Bieber nor Scooter Braun have publicly confirmed the settlement. The whispers came from industry insiders and unnamed sources, which means the truth may be more nuanced or completely different. What we do know is that Justin's relationship with Scooter shifted in recent years. The man who once discovered him on YouTube is no longer managing his career. Some reports say it was mutual, others hint at tension. But unless either party goes on the record, we may never get the full story. So why did the public rush to connect the dots between Justin's finances and Hailey's fortune? Maybe it's just human nature to want a bigger story. But sometimes, the reality is simpler. And more impressive than the rumor. Let's be real, Hailey Bieber didn't start out with everyone rooting for her. From Nepo baby accusations to fans comparing her to Justin's exes, she's had to prove herself time and time again. But she didn't feed the drama. She just kept working. And now, even critics are giving her credit. Because when you sell a company for $1 billion and still want to stay involved in its creative direction, that's passion. That's leadership. That's business savvy. It's not just about products anymore. It's about legacy. With ELF now in the picture, Rhode Skin is about to go global. Think, new markets, expanded product lines, and more visibility than ever. Hailey wants Rhode in more spaces, places, and faces, and she means it. International rollouts are coming. Innovation is coming. Rhode is only just getting started. As for Hailey herself, her seat at the beauty mogul table is locked in. She's not just playing the game, she's redefining it. Here's the thing, this story isn't just about celebrity, money, or even skincare. It's about focus, about resilience, about separating noise from purpose. Hailey Bieber could have let the headlines control her narrative. Instead, she wrote her own, literally in an Instagram post that announced her billion-dollar milestone with grace, pride, and zero drama. So whether you're launching a side hustle, dreaming big in your career, or just navigating your own chaos, remember this. You don't need to defend your success. Just keep building. What do you think about Hailey's billion-dollar deal? Do you believe the rumors, or is this just another case of celebrity success being unfairly scrutinized? What's your takeaway from her story? Backhand index pointing down, drop your thoughts below. Share the post. Start a conversation. Hailey's story isn't done, and neither is yours.